What is going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the show. Behind me is a 2021 BMW M5 Competition, but this isn't just an ordinary M5 Competition. This M5 Comp is painted in Ferrari Rosso Corsa, and I have been given the amazing opportunity to be able to paint correct and ceramic coat this. So let's get into it. Of course, we can't paint correct or ceramic coat the car without first washing it. So let's get into that. Today, I'm gonna be performing my standard decon wash process, which includes strip washing it and doing a chemical decontamination, as well as a clay bar if needed. Every good detail starts with the wheels, and this one is no exception. These brakes up here are massive at 15.7 inches in the front, and you know what they say about massive brakes? Massive amounts of brake dust, and this car has it. Today I'm using Adam's wheel cleaner, Adam's tire cleaner, and an assortment of soft brushes, as well as a dedicated wheel brush. Simply spray it on, get the tire cleaner, and then start attacking it with the brush. Now, after letting it dwell, you can see it's turned purple around the emblem, which means that it's working and it's dissolving all of the iron. So let's tack it with this big soft wool brush. It doesn't really fit between the spokes, unfortunately. And then this woolly. Use the woolly to get deep in the barrels. Today I am using Adam's strip wash inside an Adam's foam cannon. Gotta shake it up a little bit, and let's go. Let's get our foam ready, and then we can get started on the wash.
Mix it up.
Beautiful frothy foam. Now, I woke up extra early so I could get started and finished with this car before I got hot, but it's already 80 degrees at 9 a.m. So I'm gonna be working panel by panel with the strip wash, because you do not wanna let the strip wash dry on the car. If you're interested in learning more in depth what I do on these detail and these prep washes, I'll link a video down below fully explaining it. And at the end of this video, there'll be a little card on the screen that has a link to a playlist of all of my detailing videos. So make sure you stick around to find that. Now, the front end has paint protection film on it, which is wonderful. Highly recommend that on anything with like a one-off color or anything super special like this. So you guys saw, I just rinsed the whole car again, even though I only washed the hood, because in the time it took me to wash the hood, the whole car dried off. It became hot, and when that dries, it gets really dangerous for the paint. So I have to go through and cool it back down. This is still warm to the touch, even though I just spent like 5 minutes spraying it with water. Clown juice. Oh that's not drying very easily. So around back, this M5 Comp has been fitted with the titanium exhaust, which is the loudest exhaust ever fit to a BMW from the factory. And it sounds really good. Take a listen. However, because this exhaust is paired to a direct injected turbo V8, it gets really sooty, which is not great. So I've got some Eco all-purpose cleaner, a brush, and a rag, and I am just going to give these a quick spray, agitate them, and see if I can't clean them up. Look at that. And you can even see before I give you the before and after, look at this towel. Here on the after side versus the before that's just sooty and nasty. Like I said, it's as simple as spray a couple in there, hit it with the brush, and you see it just melts right off. Make sure I get it off the carbon fiber tips. Now look at that. Okay, let's move this baby into the garage and get started on the paint correction. Okay, I brought the car in the garage, and as you can see, it's quite a bit later because I just couldn't work in the middle of the day because it was so beyond hot. It was probably reaching over 110 degrees inside the garage. And I didn't want to be working in that when I didn't have to. But I do have the car in the garage, and I've given it its very thorough twice over to make sure I've found every spot that has any sort of minor imperfection. I've marked it with tape because Ferrari Rosso Corsa hides stuff really well, surprisingly. But I'm now gonna do a test panel using Adam's polish and Adam's white foam pad right here on the driver's side door because it doesn't have any PPF, and obviously I can't do a test panel on the PPF. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, my apologies about the fan noise. It's still stupidly hot at 10 o'clock at night, so I've got my evaporative cooler running, and it's helping a lot having the air going on me. Okay, I'll kill the cooler for you guys just while I'm doing this. Take off this tape. I can feel a difference as I'm wiping it off. It's a lot smoother in the spot where ooh yeah, I can see it. Okay, I got a really good video here showing the before and after. Here's the after. Notice how immediately the pillar, the horizontal pillar, I'll put a little arrow to it, goes away in the polished section versus the unpolished section. Okay, this pen light shows what I'm talking about a little bit better. See over here how there's micro swirling. There's a little bit of hazing up there right underneath the door handle. See that? There's that hazing right there. But then we come over to the part that I just corrected and it's damn near perfect. Now it's time to do the entire car like that, and it's a big car. It barely fits in my garage. I got maybe 2 feet back here. I got maybe a foot back there. My detail stool fits with about this much on either side. It's gonna be a process. Man, it's hot, so I'm gonna just be working during the night, working really early in the morning before it gets hot. Because you can see I'm sweating. I've only been out here for about 15 minutes so far. Which means we're turning this thing right back on. So as you guys can see, it is very clearly a different day by my outfit. Going forward, I'm gonna assume you're smart enough to tell when it's a different day, and I'm gonna stop giving you time updates because this is gonna be a multi-day project. But as I anticipated, the polish is taking out about 90 to 95% of the swirls. There are a couple that are deeper, so I'm going in and I'm hitting it with one step and a blue pad, and then finishing it off with polish on a white pad, and it's finishing the paint just so good. This looks amazing now. I've gotten from the front door to the rear tail light on the driver's side only. Passenger side, I'm probably gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna do the roof and trunk tonight, and then front end and passenger side tomorrow. Okay, 4 exceptionally long and very, very hot days later, and the car is done. It looks really good, but I want to pull it out in the sun just to make sure it is perfect before I ceramic coat it. Because I don't want there to be any obvious flaws that I'm just missing because I'm only using this little garage light. And when you ceramic coat a car, the paint basically gets locked in whatever condition it's in for the next 5 to 7 years. So I'll pull it out in the sun, make sure it looks good, and then we should be good to ceramic coat. My God, that looks so good. This is insane. I had to grab my sunglasses because it actually hurt to look at for a little bit. I found 2 spots that need to be redone. 1, the trunk, 2, these bumper caps. Because the trunk just isn't quite finished to my level of satisfaction. You see how right there it's just not quite finished. So I'm gonna do that. Bumper caps have the exact same thing. They're harder to get a picture of. Right here in the center of the hood, there's a spot where some polish like soaked in, right there, you can kind of see it. Some polish just got stuck in the clear bra and it wouldn't come out with a rag. So I'm gonna hit that again. Other than those 2, the entire thing looks really good. So let's put it back in the garage now and then finish those up and start the ceramic coating. And now finally we're ready to start the ceramic coating process. The car is as good as I'm gonna be able to get it. I got my gloves on, let me put on a mask and I'll show you how you do it. Okay, I got everything I need. Got the graphene ceramic coating. I'm gonna give it a little shake to make sure it all gets shaken up, crack this open, load this up with drops of graphene, soak in a tiny bit, and then starting over here, work in a roughly 3-foot area. I like to follow the body lines of the car as opposed to working just straight squares because it makes it easier in my mind. Go up and down, cross hatch it. It's rainbowing really quick. You see roughly what I did. I'm going to check it with the UV flashlight. You can see, let me turn this light away, where I've gotten it and where I haven't. I'm gonna take this towel, the micro suede towel, level off the coating. What I didn't show you was that I sprayed surface prep on this beforehand. This micro suede isn't supposed to be absorbing the oil, it's just supposed to be leveling it. If you have excess oil, which it looks like I did put a little bit extra on, hence the pillaring you can see, you can take a soft towel and just buff it up. Oh, I failed you guys, and I'm sorry. I literally only recorded those 2 clips of the ceramic coating because it was so hot in the garage that I just straight up forgot to think. Honestly, it was probably like 100 degrees plus in the garage. I was dripping sweat and I was trying to keep it from dripping on the paint. And so I just kind of was like, I'm gonna get this car done, and just forgot about recording. It was totally worth it though. Look at the car, look at just how good it looks. I think I spent somewhere around 30 to 40 hours total working between the wash, the paint correction, the paint correction, the paint correction, the ceramic coating. And I think this is the best the car has ever looked. It kind of hurts to look at in the sun without sunglasses, which I'm squinting. That just looks so good. I can't stop looking at it. Honestly, I don't think there's a single part of the car that I haven't touched at this point. So I think the owner's on his way at some point to come pick it up, and I'm gonna make sure to get his reaction so you guys can see it, because again, it just looks so good. I can't stop looking at it, and I want to see what he thinks of it.
That's good. That is tight. Really? That is the best $100 I've ever spent. That is amazing.
Meet all your expectations?
Yes, this is super sexy. Awesome. Quite the panty dropper.
So I also went and took pictures of the car yesterday, and I printed out a picture for the owner. Right here. Here you go.
Dude, that is spectacular. Dude, that looks great, man. That is really cool.
So it's on metallic paper, so when you take it out in the sun, it'll literally shine.
That is cool. That looks so cool. Thank you. I'm gonna definitely have that framed up in the upstairs. Check this out. How cool is that?
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
Does that look awesome?
That is so cool, Aiden.
It's so loud. God, that shines so well. And another happy customer.